Have we ever seen two such stunning free kicks at the Emirates or in the Champions League? And has this stadium ever witnessed such a show? This was quite possibly Arsenal's best match since the Emirates opened in 2006. Declan Rice received a standing ovation and Real Madrid were demolished. Magic from Declan, a brace of free kicks, and Arsenal stunned Real Madrid to take a 3-goal lead into the second leg. Is that it? Tie over. Time to congratulate the Gunners on a place in the semi-finals. Never underestimate the reigning European champions. Real Madrid, Champions League winners for 15 times, never give up. And they'll fight for a comeback. But Arsenal did everything to ensure that next Wednesday wouldn't be too long. Real Madrid have been here before. The past decade is filled with dramatic second-leg turnarounds at the Santiago Bernabeu, part of a long, if sometimes overstated, tradition of European comebacks. In 2016, they lost 2-0 at Wolfsburg in the quarterfinals. They won 3-0 at home. In 2022, on their now legendary run, they lost 1-0 in Paris and came back to win 3-1. Later, they lost 4-3 to Manchester City and still went through 6-5 on aggregate. But none of those first-leg defeats felt quite like this. Overturning a 3-0 is something else entirely. And make no mistake, this wasn't a fluke. Madrid, aside from the City tie, have looked off the pace all season. For Rice, it was the biggest statement on the world stage. 2 free-kick goals against Courtois, straight out of Beckham's playbook. Who even thought Declan had that in him? The second goal evoked memories of Messi's iconic free kick against Liverpool, and it deserves to be in the Champions League promos playing on screens around the world before the matches. Absolutely unreal scenes. In Declan, not only Beckham and Messi have taken root, but also other great free kick takers like Juninho Pernambucano and Roberto. Until now, Rice had never scored a direct free kick in his professional career. That includes 338 matches for Arsenal and West Ham, plus 64 caps for England. And then he did it twice, in 12 minutes, in the second half, versus Real Madrid, the biggest club in the world. Groundmen were rubbing their eyes and trying to keep it together in the middle of the night. "My phone's gone mad," joked the man of the moment post-match. Rice became only 5th player in Champions League history to score 2 free kicks in a single match, joining Rivaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, Neymar, and Hakim Ziyech. Legendary company. The technique was immaculate. Precision, control, command of the ball's flight. Rice's second free kick had a post-shot XG of 0.97, meaning goalkeepers saved that kind of strike only 3% of the time. This was football as pure art. Announced an exhibition in London featuring just this goal, and every Arsenal fan would show up. The first goal, all in the details. Thibaut Courtois set his wall-expectant Saka to strike and didn't even consider that Rice might take it. You could see it in Valverde's positioning, placed on the line with no chance to block a curling shot. After the goal, Valverde looked baffled, not understanding how Courtois set that wall. That small oversight or overconfidence triggered the avalanche. In football, details matter, especially in the Champions League knockout stage. Also note Odegaard sprinting in behind the wall, ready to pounce if Courtois saved. Madrid didn't control his run either. But none of that takes away from Rice's mastery. The bend, the strike, utterly phenomenal. Even the lead-up to the goal had its drama. The man of the match explained, "Originally we were going to cross it and then I've just seen the wall and the goalkeeper's position. So I thought just go for it. And Bukayo said to just feel it." On the second free kick, Declan said, "I had the confidence, I hit it. It's not going to hit me now because there's another leg to go. I'm excited, I'm happy, I'm over the moon. But in a few years' time, this will really hit me that what I've done tonight was really special." After that second goal, Rice leapt up on the advertising board, arms spread wide, 10 feet high, floating above the Emirates. One of the greatest images of this epic night. Fans sang, "We got him for half the price." Rice overshadowed Madrid's champions and proved he is worth every penny of that £105 million. His goals capped off a night that will go down in Arsenal history. Arteta revealed he had spoken to Pep Guardiola before the match. Tonight was about the atmosphere and magical moments. Declan's 2 goals, they sum it up perfectly, he said. Jude Bellingham admitted, We weren't at our level, but this tie isn't over. If there's any place for madness, it's Bernabeu. This is what Declan Rice did to Real Madrid, with big help from Bukayo Saka, who tormented Alaba and won both free kicks. Courtois did all he could to keep Madrid alive, but Rice's strikes were unstoppable. The stadium erupted. Courtois saved effort after effort, but Rice was relentless. The outstanding Miles Lewis Kelly kept Madrid pinned. They couldn't handle his inverted runs, feints, driving bursts, and line-breaking passes. The third goal, a final blow for Ancelotti's side. Assist from Lewis Kelly, goal by Mikel Merino, his sixth for Arsenal. And without doubt, the Spaniard is one of the best center forwards among box-to-box midfielders in the world. Maybe a late Madrid goal could have changed the tone before the return leg, but they offered nothing. Their night was summed up by added time, Eduardo Camavinga's red card. Before the game, there were real concerns about how Arsenal's defense would cope without Gabriel. Could Jakub Kiwior step in? At times it looked shaky, but he grew into the match. Arsenal struck a defensive balance, helped in part by right-back Timber holding back in attack. It made sense, he had to deal with Vinicius Jr. on the break. But that cautious approach meant Arsenal lost the usual overload on the right with Odegaard, Saka and Timber. No matter, Saka created havoc on his own, winning the free kick that led to Rice's first goal on the 58th minute. Arteta could have rushed Ben White back from injury, but he trusted Kiwior, and it paid off. This was a monumental moment for Arsenal, their biggest Champions League match since facing Barcelona in the 2009-2010 quarterfinals. The years since haven't been kind. Their only other quarterfinal appearance in the stretch ended in defeat to Bayern. But they've longed for a night like this, a night when goosebumps swept the Emirates from the opening whistle. The tempo was relentless. There was every reason to fear Madrid's counter-attack threat, Mbappe and Vinicius Jr.'s sheer pace. But Arteta's side answered the call, inspired by the pre-match tifo, make it happen. And they did. After the game, Arteta explained how he got his players ready for this magical night.
I did. I was very convinced because I could sense in the preparation that we were really at it, that we had that belief and that trust that we could create Madrid a lot of problems. But then it was the theme of the game, make it happen. Then you have to make it happen. But if you have that mindset and that belief, things can happen. And we delivered today. It's just half time, but we are very happy.
On Rice's free kicks, Arteta said,
It's time, because we have talked in the last few months. We haven't scored a direct free kick since September 2021. Burnley away, Martin Odegaard. So it's been a long time. So to score 2 goals in 12 minutes of that magnitude, of that quality from the same player, a player that has never scored a free kick before in his career, what are the odds?
Carlo Ancelotti said,
Sí, no esperábamos esto. La verdad es que para una hora creo que el equipo ha estado bastante bien. En la primera parte el equipo estaba bastante ordenado. Después los 2 goles marcados de balón parado, el equipo ha caído un poco a nivel mental, a nivel físico. Ha sido difícil terminar el partido de esta manera porque no hemos tenido reacción. Que habitualmente este equipo la reacción la tiene, pero los últimos 30 minutos han sido muy malos. Hay que ser autocrítico, crítico y pensar de hacer todo lo posible para intentar de recuperar. If you look at the game tonight, there is no possibility, but football is changed. No one expected that Rice scored 2 goals on set pieces, and he scored 2 goals on set pieces tonight. So, football, everything can happen. We have to believe. We need to have trust, because sometimes, a lot of time in Bernabeu happened.
Arsenal fans, hit the like button if you're still buzzing. Drop your emotions in the comments and predict the score for the second leg. You've been watching The Island, your home for a deeper look into English football. Check out other videos and stay with us.